All right, so they're trying to figure out who's going to be first for now. Oh, no, they're not. It's Goeris instead. I'm just trying to see if you can switch my song in the mix. What is happening? Cobre. Oh, I love this song. It's so good. Cobre versus Goeris. Immediate trinket right after Cobre with the Dark Pack. Does get himself a port. As he sees full cooldowns on Goeris, might actually be the perfect time to back up out of the Goeris. Is now playing the Riders of the Apocalypse this time around. He's playing the Deathbringer. Cobre just trying to see if he can back behind the pillar. Second CC really quickly, setting up a port in case he gets yoinked out of the position. And he's able to get himself a big Overlord charging in. Ledgeboard out for Goeris in case there's I don't think he'll be able to stop Mortal Coil, but I guess if you're a second CC, you might be able to Ledgeboard out of, or just for defenses. Try to see if he can port Goeris. Does port him out. He got himself the grippy hand though, able to grab a handful of Cobre. Got himself a full wall. Soulfire, potentially big damage. Goeris needs to land those kicks. Full stun into Cobra. Cobra no longer has a wall, so he's in a weird spot right now. Trying to see if he can glide around. I love that glide. Succubus really quickly catching Goeris. Does drop down a dome of protection really quickly. Mortal Coil running him out. Score picking up a little bit of extra health. That's Succubus. Hold on. Chaos Mother is attacking the ghoul, but not Goeris. It's channeling on the wrong target. Cobra just trying to see if he can get himself an angle versus Goeris, setting out those ports while pelting Goeris on the side with a Succubus catching the guy. Finally for Cobra, as long as he can get himself an angle, he might be in a great spot. Infernal Bolt almost leaves his fingertips, or not even fingertips, claws? Scalar claws, I guess. I guess. I guess there's no, this is still fingertips on a dragon, wouldn't it be? But they're like scaly. I don't know. It's just the anatomy is all kinds of out of whack. Succubus CC, another catch by Cole, but he tried to go for a stun, interrupted by Goeris, but he's able to still get himself a full Overlord jumping in. The silence onto Cobra for a second. Mortal Coil to lock down Goeris. Looks like Cobra tried to go for a quick cast. Was not quick enough. Got himself a effect in case Goeris wants to yoink him back in, but Goeris knows he just wants to be extra careful here. Extra careful. Yet another Succubus catches the guy. That's so good. Big Chaos Bolt with Infernal Bolt. Goeris could be under a ton of pressure. That is a lot of damage out of Cobra. All that quickly. He could potentially be building up for a big Tyrant or Pit Lord as well. So the longer the batch goes on, it is actually not bad for Cobra because he's just building up for even more pets. Trying to get interrupted. Does get a juke. Quick stun into Goeris. Can't stop him. Chaos Bolt. Big Incinerate, Ruination, keep him in place, big Bolt, oh, that is a lot of damage. Pit Lord does go in. I think it actually blasted out the pet of Goeris. That or the, I think it looked like he blasted the pet of Goeris. He's got himself a bit of damage. Wait, Goeris, are you with Riders of Apocalypse? Actually, no, he is a rider. For some reason, I thought you might have been a Deathbringer. Never mind. Never mind. For some reason, I thought he was a Deathbringer. Forget about it. I thought it was going to be the biggest burst out for Goeris, but the rider for Frost DK actually is not that bad. It is not bad at all. Does catch Goeris real quickly for CC. He does break out of it though. Undead Racial was on use there. Got him some Reflect as Cobra, trying to see some kind of a setup in case Goeris goes for maybe like a grip, is able to at least go for a bit of that first aid. So if Goeris does not stop the aid, that is going to give him recovery. Did you also try to go for first aid? Is that what I just saw on you, the channel? Is that what I saw for a second? Waited out the death pact in order to have a little bit of health to work with. Cobra just took the longest gate in the world right now. Got himself a setup so he can at least port around the corner with Goeris. Mortal Coil, trying to catch a fear. Doesn't get interrupted though. Goeris trying to be very, very careful with it. Does go for a blind. Still has himself a kick in case he needs to. May not need it if he gives himself a proper stun. Cobra also does try to go for a stun. Overlord? Overlord? What? Overlord, please. Wait. Oh, every single time I was watching the thing, just raise the axe above his head, just stops. Just tease it. I kept waiting for like a big bursted cleave ability. It is satisfying to watch. Yeah, that's also a portion of Cobra damage just out of the window. Got him to reflect for a second. Hold on, if you got some damage. While you have reflect up, Goeris can interrupt you. He can CC you for some abilities, but he can't really interrupt you. Trying to get a fresh new Syad? I don't know if you'll be able to. I don't know if you'll be able to. Mortal Coil, I think he just needs to go in for damage. Goeris not in a great spot. Does get himself shields last second on the bolt, which soaks up a huge portion of it. Big port for a goal, but one more port. Just trying to see if he can back up out of there. Is it going for Ruination? Does get interrupted on it. Hold on a second. He needs something, anything. Knocking Goeris for just a moment. He can't interrupt him anymore. Shadow Fury? Fear? Full burst? Does he have anything to follow up? Does have a stun? Ruination? does connect together with an Infernal. You need just a little bit more damage. Yoinking it back over. Dart back for Cobra, but he doesn't have much health to really work with. Overlord does finally get the cleave. Both are so low. Could be anyone's game. Silence reflected back at Goeris. Hold on, he's got one more cast. Oh, Mortal Coil. He needs that cast right now. He needs this cast right now. Goeris so low. Death back to keep himself alive. Does go for a kick. Some kind of a kick onto Goeris. Onto Cobra. Double bolt takes it. Oh my god! The double bolt! I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. If Vasily at the very least does allow Cobra to get a first new pet, I can't believe that duel. That reflex silence was so good. DFA Cobra, yeah, that's over I think for him. Yeah, nothing you could do. Nothing. He's spent. That duel against the Death Knight spent him completely. Man. Oh, that's crazy. Krager's up next. Man, the first duel lasted for 6 minutes between the DK and the Warlock, huh? They were literally the first ones out, huh? That's wild. Is Vasily able to get himself a proper stun on Krager? It is going to be a bit of a toughie here. As Krager does go for a stun back to the Rogue, trying to get some bleeds rolling on him as early as possible. Colossus Smash and everything is available. Able to pierce past the armor of a Rogue. As long as you keep him next to you, he can't go anywhere. Click the shadow so at least remove the bleeds. I don't know if Krager can waddle over there fast enough, but Rogue does get himself a reset. Yeah, unless the Rogue goes back in there himself. For Krager, it's just a waiting game. 3 uses of Hearthstone. Dude, yeah, that is a Hearthstone. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, maybe you should use a Hearthstone instead of a Hearthstone. I feel like that was one of those reasons where it's just like, you know what? Maybe I just pour it out. That's a tough one. I mean, not to say the Frost DK is overpowered or anything. They definitely are not well represented, but in a 1v1 situation against certain classes, I think they really can shine. Goeris at the very least sticks to his guns when playing Frost DK. He's like, you know what? It's my main. I'm gonna keep playing it. Krager got full bleeds onto Vasily. Where they reflect, I don't even know what you reflect back at the Rogue. What can a Rogue do to you that can actually get reflected? I'm confused by that. I mean, maybe there's someone with a Deathstalker playstyle because some of it is plague damage. Krager might just go down here. Hold on, that cheap shot could have been really bad. Cheap death for the Rogue. Blind? Does the Rogue have any bleeds on him? If the Rogue's got bleeds, I don't know if he's going to make a recovery. Leap by the Warrior. Gouge really quickly. Just needs one more overpower. Does take it with a Mortal Strike. I think at least Mortal Strike. But he's at least able to take him out. I love Kim K as a Beastmaster Hunter. I don't know how this is going to work. Technically, last week we did have a Beastmaster and Survival Hunters, yes, in the duels with WoP. And as an Arms Warrior, he actually didn't do that bad. He needs to do a lot of line of sighting from the pets, though. That's about all you can do. BM, Bestial Wrath, and everything is up right now for KMK with a Turtle Shell. Actually having to rotate through quite a number of defenses. He got himself the big army of pets summoned up with the call. But I don't know if it'll be enough. Full stun. I don't know if Krager has Demolish. He just needs one good hit. Trying to make sure he doesn't get frozen trap. Hold on. Just one throw. Oh, it does get himself the elite Mortal Strike. Reflected a Black Arrow, I think. Or some kind of a Black Arrow type proc. Back to the Hunter. Plus with a quick strike, kidney shot. There's nothing Krager can do. It's just over. Yeah. That's a rough one. And Zekon trying to make sure the Rogue does not get an easy escape. Hit him with a full wreck immediately. That's got to be a Cloak of Shadows for plus really early on. Shield of Ended is burning through a lot of defenses for Zekon, though. He's burning through them all. Lay on Hands. So that's a Shield of Ended. Lay on Hands. I don't know if Blush can just continue the pressure here. I think he's gonna have to get a reset, but the Dawnlight is not gonna let you get any kind of resets behind the pillar. Maybe you can get a sap on the warrior on the Paladin at some point. Sap? I'm surprised. I thought this man was gonna hit him with a Judgment. That was crazy. A trick of Deathstalker plague damage. I wonder if that reflects it every time. I do wonder that too. It has to be plague damage from Deathstalker, Chris, because normally there's nothing rogues can do that can be reflected, unless maybe like actually your weapon enchant could technically be reflected, especially if you're running the depths one, which is just like raw shadow damage. That one could be reflected actually. So yeah, it's either a Deathstalker thing with plague damage, or it's maybe like a weapon enchant or something. It's just so unusual to have a reflect versus a rogue, you know what I mean? Zekon picking up the eye plush, not in a great spot. Technically has a evasion and a vanish. And maybe he can follow up with like a cheap shot, full disarm, put some pressure into Zekon, but like without a trick, without a cloak, it's just still unsafe to go out there. I think he still throws caution to the wind, like what most rogues do. Yeah, flagellation though is up, so technically he could build up for a lot of damage. Zekon decided not to go with a Searing Glare. Is he delaying? He just never sent it. Maybe he's just delaying later into a full kitted shot onto Zekon, plus trying to see if he can make some damage happen here. Shadow Blades, everything is available too. I thought it was Shadow Blades, and those ran out really quickly. And Zekon, as long as he doesn't get interrupted here, he might be okay. Does go for the bubble, try to see if he can keep the pressure roll onto Plush. Technical Plush does still have evasion. Glock Shot is very soon, so at this point Zekon might have been better in a much better spot. Maybe just regenerating? A gouge? If you have a stun. If you have a stun right now, Plush could end this. I don't know if he has one. Kid in the shot. Vanish. You need Sippy Cup. Cheap shot? Blind maybe? You're selling Consecration. Hold on. Wait, no more Dawnlight. Hold on a second. Maybe he can win. First aid is huge. Even getting a couple ticks is fine. Sap. I don't know if he wins this. I don't know if he does. I kind of want to see him winning, but I don't know if he does. Still, a bop is available for Zekon by the looks of it. Unless it's just like UI bugged. But it looks like bop is still available. I'm assuming it is. I don't even know what the situation with lay hands is. He might just have lay hands at the ready. Who knows, honestly. But for Plush, I think it is going to be definitely a slower burn right now. He's got Shadow Blades. I don't know if he's got Flagellation to put together with it. Does get a sap. If you got technically like all CDs, as long as you lock down Zekon, don't give him a chance to CC you. The blind Searing Glare definitely is not exactly what you wanted. And a full stun. Yeah, it's over. It's over. It is over. As Leo is the last one out over in Team 1. Used to fight through Zekon as well as Aaron. As well as Aaron. As he got himself a Hand of Freedom. Leo with an IBF immediately. Zekon, no more bubble. Maybe a Bob. Bob doesn't do anything for you. So I think Lay on Hands might have to be the play here, honestly. That or you Bob super early. And then hope you live. Full Maker match is available. Leo gets hit with a stun. Does have a human racial blind onto Zekon. Trying to see if he can build up the Remorseful Witcher. Silence unless you lay on hands. Oh yeah, it's over. Actually, he can't even lay on hands while silence, can he? Maybe that is the play. Just hit the pally with a silence and you're good. You know what I mean? Authority depths, yeah, exactly. That weapon technically would be like a magic effect. I think even a radiant enchant for the weapons, that does still also holy damage too, so I think that could technically be reflected. Aaron, there's no competition. You just need to send burst into Leo, take him out, quick touch of death, and takes it. Krager does pick up 2, however, though. Krager does pick up 2, which is amazing, wonderful to see. Alrighty, well with that, I'm pretty sure Krager is done for the night, so I think we might be